Greetings and salutations, Call of Duty players. This is Maze's Realm once again, and this is my Black Ops 2 weapon analysis for the multiplayer trailer that came out last week. So if you all have seen that trailer, then you will probably notice that there are a lot of weapons that have not been really analyzed closely. And that is exactly what I'll be doing on this commentary. Now, the way that I'm going to format this commentary is that I will let the trailer play, and then I will pause it during the weapon segment, when the weapon actually is shown on screen. And then after that, I will go ahead and jump into what the weapon actually is modeled after in real life. And granted, most of these weapons are actually prototypes, and some of them are weapons that are a little bit unheard of at the moment, so I do my best to try to analyze the look of the weapon, the feel of the weapon, and from the trailer anyway, and try to get a good description of that for you guys to see. So without further ado, I'll jump right in to the multiplayer trailer. So right off the bat, we see that Treyarch unveils for the first time in the Call of Duty franchise the XM8 assault rifle. Now, for those of you who don't know too much about this assault rifle, it was actually developed by Heckler & Koch back in the early 2000s until it was abruptly canceled in 2002 when the US basically removed all their funding from the prototype program, and so it never left the prototype phase, unfortunately. However, it has been featured in multiple video games such as Battlefield Bad Company 1 and 2, and also Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. And it is one of the most unique platforms in that you could see it in its light machine gun variant, its sharpshooter variant, and its personal defense weapon variant. So I would love to see how Black Ops 2 implements that versatility in game. Now, this weapon was extremely hard to research because it seems to not really exist in real life as of yet, unless if it's in its prototype phase. However, the PDW-57 seems to resemble the Magpul PDR in the way that it looks. Now, it also shares some really unique characteristics in the top-loading magazine and the high capacity, and it shares very many characteristics of the FN P90. Now, we all know that the P90 has been in the Call of Duty franchise since Call of Duty 4, so it seems like what Treyarch is trying to do is implement a more futuristic version of the P90 into Black Ops 2 multiplayer. So, I'm not too sure about this weapon, but my research shows that it's very similar to the FN P90. This next weapon is the LSAT. It is a German-made light machine gun that is still in its prototype testing phase, which means it hasn't quite been picked up by a manufacturer to be mass-produced to a military. However, I'm pretty sure that it will probably enter production into the US military sometime within the next year or two. So, the LSAT has actually been featured in other games such as Battlefield 3, and if I remember correctly, it is also in Ghost Recon Future Soldier. So it is not a stranger to the video game franchise. However, it is debuting for the first time in the Call of Duty franchise in Black Ops 2. I'm really anxious to see what this light machine gun is like in multiplayer because it's very good in other video games. So it should be a good weapon. The next weapon I was extremely excited about because I'm a huge fan of it in real life. And it's called the Chicom CQB in-game. However, it resembled the QCW-05, which is commonly known as the Chinese-made submachine gun, the Type 05. Now, this submachine gun has been featured in other games such as Rainbow Six Vegas 2 and Kane and Lynch Dog Days. Finally, this Russian-made assault rifle that is a total beast is making its debut on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer for the first time in the franchise history. So, it is actually one of the newer variants of the AK, and it is known for high accuracy, high damage, and a high rate of fire. So, it should be fun to see the AN-94 in multiplayer. Now this clip was by far one of my favorites in the entire trailer, and it shows this guy running around with no primary weapon and a secondary equipped. Now the secondary that he chose is the Raging Judge. It is a Brazilian-made revolver, and it's very unique in that it actually fires a low-gauge shotgun round. So it should be really exciting to see how this revolver is in multiplayer. Now this next portion of the trailer made me tingle inside, and the reason why it did was because the DSR-50 is in the lineup for multiplayer. Now the unique thing about this sniper rifle is that it is the first 50 caliber bolt action sniper rifle to ever be featured in the Call of Duty franchise. So that will be a definite awesome weapon to use. The next one that we saw in the part of the trailer was the FN Ballista. Now this sniper rifle is also bolt action, and the cool thing about sniper rifles in Black Ops 2 is that apparently you have the option of using them with iron sights, which is going to be a great addition to the franchise again, since World at War made that transition, and it was great, and I enjoyed it, and I'm glad to see it back. So right after we see this guy drop his tactical insurgent, we see that he has the M1216 tactical shotgun equipped. Now this shotgun is really unique in that it has a tubular magazine under the barrel, which increases the capacity to 16 rounds in real life, and the rate of fire is actually pretty decent on this shotgun. So it will definitely be a great shotgun to use in multiplayer, and this is a weapon that has never been featured in any other video game, so it should be really cool to see it debuted in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer. And that concludes my weapon analysis for this Black Ops 2 multiplayer trailer. Now, Hastro will take it from here.
Final moments of this multi-team team deathmatch. Great vertical positioning here. Spots two players. Tosses out one shock charge and a second. Can he get them both? Takes out DJ Vaughn. Smokes Macus with the double kill. Holy sh!